YouTube and find.
Yeah, it says it's live now.
Okay, so while we're waiting,
Just FYI, it doesn't look like Amanda had posted any articles either. So
okay, so she might be out of our group then. That sucks.
People
What are you supposed to do?
I just know we got the email the other day about they needed people. I wonder if she could have been one of those people.
True. But that's going to throw off our whole thing. But it looks like we only actually have to submit 3 group logs. I mean, we can meet obviously outside of that time, but because we go the 9th week. Are we last then?
Is that what that means? That we're the last ones?
Because it's only 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with that.
That's fine. So that means we're not due till the last week, but some groups are due
Like
next week.
Yeah. Well,
the outline that's due though.
Yeah, that's due the 4th.
That's due when? Sorry.
Today.
Do what?
For the outline, I said I figured we could at least talk about that and figure out who's going to want.
Yeah, and have you guys all done like a Google Doc at all?
Yeah, I've done it with us.
I haven't started one, but
But you've done one before? Because that's might be the easiest way to, I mean, I guess depending on how you guys want to do the outline.
That's fun.
I don't know. I'm kind of like a visual person, so I like to see examples, but I feel like, what, Sarah, you looked it up and it's pretty open-ended.
Yeah, it said it can be formal, informal. It's however we want it. It just needs to have each person and like the times written out. So it wants it to be like 30 to 45 minutes and what each person is doing and how we're going to transfer from me talking to you talking type thing.
Okay, and then I know that because I was actually like thinking about it, and so if now if we only have 5 members in our group, that gives us what 7 minutes to talk each, maybe. That's not even including like the introduction and the ending.
Right, it shouldn't be too bad.
So that's doable. But I also read like tips or something for the debate, and it was saying like something, and then you kind of rebuttal that, and then you bring up another point. So I imagine is it going to be like a ping pong thing where people are just going to go?
Kind of like one of us will say our point, and then I feel like you guys can rebuttal it or agree with it type thing.
Okay, and then like I watched an example, and I remember reading something that was like, make sure you don't read off the screen, and they were clearly reading off a piece of paper. And that was the one they used as an example, so I don't.
Maybe it's not that big a deal.
Yeah. So he hasn't said anything at all.
But we still don't have Amanda.
No, I don't think she's. Okay, so
Hi, Daniel.
is he on here? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Daniel, we're broadcasting now, and I think it pulls up to YouTube, and we just pulled the YouTube video, I guess, from.
Okay, that sounds good.
Do we post it on Blackboard, or do we send it to? I said just post it on Blackboard.
Yeah, I think it was just uploaded to there.
Okay. Okay, and then she'll probably look for it. Okay, and then Danny, we were just talking about the outline because it's due the 4th.
Right.
And then we don't actually go, till the 9th, one of the last weeks. So we have some time, but did everybody have problems like finding articles and stuff, or?
A little bit.
Who was? Yeah. Okay. I feel like I found more on pro punishment actually, like with reinforcement, than I did like straight anti-punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found I did a lot of like versus like punishment versus reinforcement, and actually I got a lot more of like reinforcement.
Really? Because I saw that, and I think that would be a good article to use. And then I was researching a lot too, and I don't know if anybody's taking the class with the Cooper book. I have not yet. Did anybody have that book?
I haven't.
I haven't.
I saw a couple articles reference that book, and does it talk a lot about punishment in there?
Oh, look at it.
I was going to use that because we need 4 peer-reviewed articles, and then we need 2 other resources. So we don't even really need that many resources either.
Yeah,
And the ones
found
that I found,
that kind of it kind of talked about the pros and cons. So you could use parts from an article that's not necessarily all pro or con.
okay.
But I didn't find anything that was just like anti-punishment, but I found like negative side effect punishment.
Okay. I found one research article, but it was from like 1976. So I emailed her to ask if we could use it, and she said we could, but she would like more recent articles. But this like research article actually tested out punishment for 2 kids, and then said it didn't work. So that's the only thing I found.
Yeah, most of the current literature that I found said that it works, but it comes with negative consequences.
Okay, so that could work.
I put those on the discussion board.
Cool.
Okay.
I just looked at the group log though, and Amanda was supposed to be pro punishment. She is out of the group. We don't really know, but
Okay.
Under like the group homepage on Blackboard, she is still listed as a member, so I don't know if she's just not participating.
maybe we can send her an email or something. Maybe she forgot.
Yeah.
Oh no, here she is.
There she is. Is she on?
Yeah, well, she just did something. Can you try and call her again, maybe? Because she's on our ethics group.
Yeah, I'll add her. Can you actually read that off to me? That Google, because you can see it under her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ASLIEBERUM.
Oh, wait, is it ASLIEB? What's after that?
ERUM.
Okay. At gmail.com?
Yeah. I told her we're calling her.
Okay. We can just wait for that. It takes a while, it seems like, to contact people.
So I'm looking at the Cooper book, and there's definitely a lot about punishment and non-punishment procedures and the ethical guidelines.
Okay, so that could be a reference. Then,
Yeah.
'cause somebody I work with has the Cooper book, but he was off today, so I don't have it, but they do. It's there.
I have it and it's currently at work, so.
Okay, so that could be.
I have the Cooper book. Did you guys need it for something?
Well, we were talking about that had a lot of stuff on punishment. Is it basically just anti-punishment and ethical issues with it?
No, it's punishment and anti.
Okay, so that could be a good resource.
Okay, do you guys want me to? I'm so sorry that I got out of work and then my service wasn't working, so I'm actually doing the Hangout through my phone.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm like 1 minute from my house, so I can look it up and I can either read it to you guys or I can take a picture of it. The Blackboard hasn't really been working for me lately. I don't know why. It was like my discussion board, it was like kind of wacky, so I did Blackboard thing and it should be underway, but it takes a little picture, like screenshots of the book and then send it and put it into the you guys rather me like kind of read from it.
Well, I don't think we need it like immediately, but if you could, when your Blackboard's working, just maybe upload a couple things from it so it can be one of our sources.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then, Amanda, we're talking about how the outlines due Sunday, so probably just figure out a way to how you guys want to do that or set that up or get it,
I feel like I saw an outline of what the debate somewhat is supposed to look like.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember where I saw it, so I'm searching for it now. That's why it's been kind of quiet.
there is an example, like in the discussion board, like if you go to actually where it's due, like to submit it, it has like an example, or it's like directions or something. And it basically just says that it can be informal or formal. It can be however we want it to be. Like I think if you go to module 4.
Module 4.
Yeah. And at the bottom it says debate outline instructions. And you can download it.
Okay. Let me.
In module 4?
Yeah. It gives you like the criteria for it, like the main points, the structure, the content, visuals if we want it, and references.
Oh, okay.
So we need to come up with what issues we're addressing, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, so in the debate assignment document, a given debate might consist of the following points. The pro starter makes his or her point. The con stater defines his or her counter. The pro provider brings on his or her evidence. The con provider delivers his or her data. The pro attacker can move in. The con attacker can respond in kind. The pro sabotages the agreements. So it does look like it's, at least this shows that it could be back and forth. I guess this is just gives an example. I don't know if we need to actually follow that.
Where did you find this at?
It's under the module 1. I just clicked on under group debate information, the debate assignment.
Oh,
It's a Word document.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I thought I had read that before too. Okay.
So if that's the case, could we like pair up and we each pair does like one certain type of punishment and we can argue back and forth over that?
yeah.
Like response costs, timeout, safety holds, like random things like that.
So so what you're saying is like, okay, so so what? Debating over different types of punishment, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe so like me and you pair up and we debate over safety holds. Like I'll say pro safety holds and you say no to safety holds and we like argue back and forth. Is that kind of how?
Yeah, and like what are the alternatives to those?
Right.
Yeah. And then they also talk about making sure we bring ethics into it too, I think probably. So should we all say something about in comparing it to the ethical code?
Yeah, if we can find something on there.
Okay.
Even if we have to stretch it a little bit, I think that
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Try to read it in some like what is it, creative way.
Okay, so Mary, you were pro or you're anti-punishment
Yeah.
and I'm pro punishment. So do you want to just partner up and we'll come up with a type of
Punishment? Yeah, that's fine.
the other 4 can pair up.
And I
Yeah,
punishment.
that sounds good. Yeah.
Or no, yes, I'm pro punishment.
Okay, so let me write this
I'm
down.
anti-punishment, so I can work with anyone.
Okay.
Here, I'll write it down. So Mary and Sarah.
Okay. Mary and Sarah. Mary's pro.
And like Amanda and Daniel, is that okay?
Yep.
And Daniel, you're pro or con?
I am against punishment from con.
Sorry, anti. Okay.
Yeah.
Anti, yeah.
Sorry.
So then Heather and Elizabeth, is that okay?
Yeah, I'm anti.
Who is anti? Heather?
I am.
Yeah.
And then do we have to have the person introducing it or whatever?
I think with the sample one, there was one like core speaker maybe,
Yeah.
and then there was
The state.
Yeah, the stater, it says this, under that same document, it says under the formal debate, it says there's the stater, the provider, an attacker, and a mediator.
Okay, so okay, that's okay.
So the mediator is like, the person that makes sure that each person kind of like mediates both sides, make sure that both sides get to talk.
So
Sorry.
okay, so it says the best is to assign each group member to one of the two sides, with each side having 2 to 3 people. So we could take 2 people out, but so there's 3 roles: the mediator, the stater, the attacker,
And the prover.
And the prover.
and the.
So I don't think 3 sets of 2 is gonna work.
Yeah, could we just
Right.
do
I don't either.
2 sets of 3?
Yeah, I think 2 sets of maybe 2 sets of 2, and then a mediator and an attacker.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
So it seems like there's
Okay,
2 anti, 2 pro, and then a mediator.
and an attacker.
And I'm not sure what an attacker is.
So the attacker will be responsible for probing the opposite team for weaknesses in their arguments. He or she may question data, disprove, counter, and use any rationale method to discredit the opponent's position.
So that person is actually one of the 2 on the other side.
Correct.
Okay, so then one person would assume 2 roles.
Basically.
Is that right?
You mean the attacker?
Yeah. Like, would
It
there
almost
be
seems like there needs to be 2 provers and 2 attackers. 1 prover for each side and 1 attacker for each side.
Right. Yeah, so there's a prover and an attacker on each side. And then
Or the one's anti. I gotcha. Okay, so we don't need to.
the mediator. And what was the 4th role?
The stater, the person will be primarily responsible for stating the position taken by the group. He or she will bring up point by point the issues inherent in each part of the argument.
So could the stater be kind of do that for each side? Like introduce each side?
Yeah,
And then,
I think
That's what it is.
okay, so there's 1 stater for each side,
1 mediator.
1
And-
mediator total.
Provers.
and then 2 attackers and 2
2
provers.
provers. Okay, cool. All right. Wow. Okay, that's a lot.
All right, so
It sounds like some of us are going to have to take multiple roles.
Which
Do we?
I
I
don't
should
think
only have 1, it looks like.
I didn't. I lost count.
I think that's
How many
6.
people?
Oh. No, you're right. Right? Because there'd be 1 stater for each side.
No, there's 1 stater.
One.
I think
The whole
the stater could just be
I got
1.
what you're saying. Sorry, I missed. What?
Well, I guess if we have 1 stater, 1 mediator, 2 provers, and 2 attackers, that's 6, right?
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Does anyone have a preference of what they want to be?
I mean,
No.
what was the stater again?
What was the what?
The stater. That's like the introduction. Like
This person will bring the primary responsibility for stating the position taken by the group. He or she will bring up point by point the issues inherent in each part of the argument. A prepared written outline might be quite helpful, but direct reading of a prepared statement will not be appropriate. So basically, yeah.
So the stater sort of introduces each.
Yeah, the stater will also be responsible for watching the flow of the arguments. At the end, the stater will summarize, recap, and state which of the points made can be salvaged to ultimately supports the team's positions. So it sounds like we, after the debate, the stater will kind of declare a winner in a way.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
So
can do
I
that.
guess it's just picking our assignments.
Yeah, we're picking now. Who wants to do that? I mean, I can be the stater.
Okay.
I'll be the attacker.
That was Heather.
I'll be the mediator,
Who was that?
Elizabeth.
I guess
I'll be approver.
yeah.
I'll be approver.
Okay,
I'll
so
be. Well, how many? Is there like 2 approvers and 2 attackers?
yeah.
Yep.
We need one more attacker. Okay, cool.
Who was the last person, the attacker? Sorry.
You will be.
I'm approver.
Oh, you're
Yeah. Maybe not.
3 approvers.
What?
I can be an attacker.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought that the last person said they'd be an attacker.
Are we having one attacker to do both sides? Or one
Oh, okay.
Well,
one person on each side is also going to be an attacker and a prover, I guess.
well, that's right.
There will
right?
be an approver and there will be an attacker on each side. So there will be 2 people on each side.
So we need to look who looked up, or like Amanda, were you pro or anti?
I was pro.
And then Mary, you were anti, so that works
I
out.
was anti, so should I be in?
No, you guys should be each other's prover because you're going to be proving anti and you're going to be proving pro. So the attackers need to be on opposite sides too. With
Okay.
So
Heather,
I'm anti.
and Heather, you were.
Anti.
So I can be pro.
I guess we could just change it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be pro.
Okay.
And then, can we summarize this once we're all?
Yeah, I'll put a discussion board or something. I got it written down right here.
Okay.
Uh,
And then
I
as
started
far as
typing
like the outline, I guess like the stator should, start out, and then the approver for like maybe pro, and then the attacker attacks that statement, and then the attacker goes, and then, or the approver goes, and the attacker attacks, right?
So the prover is pro punishment or anti punishment?
They're
There's
both.
one of you.
They're both. So the prover states the relevant research, and the attacker looks at weaknesses and like picks apart their statement.
Okay, so I'm a prover, so I can be anti punishment. So then the attacker would be like attack me kind of
Right.
thing. Okay.
So we need to pair up that way so that we're attacking and proving the same thing.
The same thing, right? So like, let's say, I say that timeout decreases problem behavior. The attacker is gonna find research that contradicts that statement.
Right. Okay, so who wants to be? If I'm a prover for anti punishment, Daniel or Heather, do you want to be the attacker? Are we doing it that way?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
They are. They're both the attacker.
Okay, so who wants to attack?
I'll be the attacker. So,
Okay.
all right.
I think Sarah already wrote them down.
Yeah, Heather is the anti-attacker. So she's going to be pairing with you, Mary, because you're anti-prover.
Gotcha. This is okay. Cool.
And then Daniel, I'll write it down on a discussion board. I think it'll be easier if you see it now.
Okay.
So can you start a Google Doc, Mary? Did you say you?
I can do that. Yeah.
And then we could each like write on there.
Yeah. How specific should this outline be then? I know they said they want the times.
Yeah, but it said it can be informal. It doesn't have to be. It says as long as it helps us. So I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Right, but eventually Heather should know what I'm going to say.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you guys can probably go on there
And
or
just-
email each other back and forth.
Okay, that's cool. I could do that.
I think it could be like very generic, the outline, like the stater will introduce the group, and then the prover will prove
I'm out.
and the attacker,
Yeah.
very-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the outline is just to give us a form to work within. It doesn't have to talk about, I don't think, the specific arguments as much as like what form it's going to take.
Yeah.
Okay. Did somebody say that she wanted the times that everybody's going to talk, or not actual times? Okay, never mind. Forget it.
Just
I was
like
thinking like 5-10 minutes, whatever.
Yeah, just like times as far as how long each person will. So I think that it sounds like the outline can be really pretty,
Big.
like she was saying, pretty generic. And then we can get the specifics going in the Google Doc.
Okay. All right.
If that works. I mean, if that sounds good to you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no rubric on the outline or anything like that, is there?
It was, but I don't think it's for the actual outline. The thing that I just brought up was, let me find it again. I mean, did you guys pull up the debate outline instruction?
Yeah, there is
An
a
outline and debate.
The outline covers the main points, so yeah, it's worth 20 points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says the outline thoroughly covers the main points for the debate. The outline thoroughly covers structure for the debate, the content, the visuals, and references. So we need to at least put those 5 things in there.
So it does say it needs the content.
yeah. It
For the most part, I don't think we need to just go into detail though, but at least be like, we're going to talk about timeouts, or we're going to talk about safety holds, or we're going to talk about response cost.
So I guess if you're like, hey, we're going to talk about timeouts and then insert the reference that we're going to use.
Yeah.
For that, right?
Yes, I believe so. And then the person who's going to rebuttal can be like, well, I'm going to rebuttal because of this reference.
And I wonder too if I use a source, there might be limitations in that reference too, you guys, that the opposite could go off of.
Right, because most
Like in the study.
have like the limitation study, so you could use that. So you could use the same, the program, the attacker could use the same study.
And it says that the references, we need to have 6.
Yeah, 4 peer reviews and 2 additional. That's why I was saying like the Cooper book could be 1.
Right.
And the actual code of ethics could be 1 too, couldn't it?
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
There's the thing about punishment in there that it has to be along with reinforcement. It can't be by itself.
Yeah.
And reinforcement has to be tried first,
Mm-hmm.
is what the ethics say.
And is anybody good with visuals? Because that's part of it as well.
No, but
What do you mean by visual?
we can figure it out.
Well, it depends on do like charts and stuff. Is that what we want? Is that what we need
Yeah.
for? Because which part of that, like, where would you guys want to incorporate that? Because I can make that, but or let me see.
I don't know.
Like, or if whenever you guys are looking at your sources, if they have graphs or charts or anything cool like that, take it off of the peer reviewed.
Yeah.
And we can add those in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So for right now, what steps do we want to take? Just going forward, as far as like getting ready for the outline, because we've collected some articles already that are on the discussion board.
Mm-hmm.
Did we technically pick 2 types of punishment that we are going to argue about, since we have the 2 attackers and the 2 provers? And you guys can go ahead and decide what you're going to argue.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could do that in the Google, just as long as we don't do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Both groups do like timeouts, and then the other group does a timeout
Right.
type of thing.
Like, do you want to give it some time and look at articles before you choose?
We can do that.
We could always meet again briefly too before the outlines due. I don't know if we need to meet like this with the recording.
Well, we haven't, like, actually, I don't think we do. Never mind. I was going to say we had a log due, but we don't have a log due next week just because of the debate.
The outline. Oh, if you guys want to meet, or I mean, I'm up for meeting.
I think we should still meet next Thursday so we can kind of
Yeah.
come together once more before the outlines do.
Yeah.
Maybe if we have some sort of a draft by then we could review the draft as a group before it's due.
Yeah. Does anybody know who took, if I know one person that took this class recently, does anybody else know that maybe they have their outline that you guys can, I like to look at.
I have somebody that I work with that just took it, and they did the same debate that we're doing, the informal, I think.
Informal.
I can ask to send it over to me tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
if you-
Yeah, I know one girl that took it. I might see what she kind of, just because I don't know. I like to look at examples. I don't,
Right.
Yeah.
just because.
They have the video. I would rather see a written one too.
Especially if we have to bring in ethics and stuff in it too, and.
So do we at least want to start the Google Doc and we can start jotting some stuff down on there, and then we'll definitely meet next Thursday or sooner if we can, but I feel like Thursdays are the only day we can meet.
Yeah, I think so too.
But maybe we can have some examples and try and get like a rough draft done since it's next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Google Doc is going to be easier, honestly, than this format for figuring out like details and references.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, and then Heather, I will probably like email you, or
That's
is email
fine.
best?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the best. Yeah.
And then if you find something that you feel like you have a lot of information on, you can let me know, and I can kind of go off that too. I'm pretty open to anything.
Yeah, I'll look at what I have the most of, and I think we should at least pick our punishments like before we meet next week.
True. Yeah. If you like, I mean, I'll be looking at my stuff all weekend. I do homework all the time. I don't really have a specific day I do it. You know, I'm constantly looking at stuff. So, I mean, I'll be doing some this weekend too. Because I try to like to get stuff done like early, so I don't stress about it. So even having something figured out by like, I wouldn't mind by beginning of next week or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, especially with the long weekend too.
Yeah, Monday I probably won't be doing anything, but.
Right.
So moving forward,
Yeah, I
the prover
on
and the
Sunday,
attacker
so
are probably
expect
gonna,
like a couple things.
Do what?
You both were talking, sorry.
Yeah. Heather, Amanda, what'd you say?
I do a lot of stuff on Sunday, so if anybody wanted to
Oh, okay.
post like the topics that I want, if Blackboard works, for probe punishment that day. So
Okay.
do we want to come up with like a deadline for Google Doc, or do you guys just want to like keep it open and just kind of add to it whenever we want?
Well, let's say by Thursday, whenever we meet again, that we have what we want, so then we can all review it and make sure that it looks okay before we sit in. I mean,
And I'll start the Google Doc as soon as we get off here.
Okay. Okay, sounds perfect.
So if we have our argument and our references by next Thursday.
Yeah.
That sounds
we
good.
should try to have visuals too, just because that's what 4 points do.
By next Thursday, is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, even if it is just taking stuff out of the peer-reviewed document.
Mm-hmm. Do we have to have a group log?
Yeah, I can do it this week. Do you know how to get this video so I can turn that into?
I don't. I think because I tried to name our group is SPCE 619 ethics group. I didn't know what to put, but I think if you go to YouTube, I haven't really gotten that far. You might be able to maybe plug that in and something will come up. Because that was our title.
Okay.
Because I think what this does is just posts a YouTube video, I imagine, which is kind of.
It would probably be under Mary's YouTube since you started the group, correct?
True, yeah.
So it might be, I mean, I don't want to volunteer you, but it might be easier for you to pull that up and
Send it to
submit
her.
it.
Send it to me or something.
Yeah, I can send it to you. Or I think I have to post it to Blackboard anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably just submit it instead of trying to send it.
Okay. I mean, that works too.
I
It's
mean,
the group log now.
For what? Do what?
I said it's not with the group log now. I thought
Yeah.
we just did them together.
I didn't think it was to Blackboard, right? Isn't that what it said? Did anybody
Yeah.
else read that?
I'll look here.
I kind of feel like as long as she gets them both, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
pretty sure under the announcements it said just post it to Blackboard. So I don't know if she's going into all of our discussion boards.
Discussion board. Okay, I gotcha. That's
But it
fine.
said you should, post the link to the video to your group discussion board.
Cool.
And it said you should participate in a minimum of 3 planning sessions.
So we need to at least record 2 more after this anyways.
Yeah, so, I mean, we did the last group log.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll meet more than 3 times anyway. I mean, but
Okay.
I'll post it to Blackboard.
Yeah, it says post the link to the video in our group discussion board.
Yeah, I'll
Cool.
post it.
I feel like we're gonna meet Thursday, but I feel like maybe we should meet before the outlines due, like before we turn it in on Sunday. We could record that one if that would work for everyone. Just to like go over it before we turn it in.
Like Thursday and like Saturday or something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
fine.
mean, just because we have to have 3. She wants 3 recordings in our discussion board, so that would give us a chance to review the outline also.
True. What are you guys? I think I just have my daughter has a game in the morning. But other than that, I'm
Oh.
free.
My brother's getting married on June 3rd, that Saturday. So I have like the whole weekend booked pretty much.
Okay.
We can figure it out as it goes. Ours is not due until like the 9th week. So if we just meet midway and
Yeah, so let's just do Thursday for this time period.
okay, and I will do the planning log and I'll send it to everybody or I'll put it in the discussion board before I turn it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Does everybody feel pretty good, or any other concerns or anything?
Because I'm the mediator, I'm not necessarily taking a side. So do you just want me to, what would you like me to do? To do, find stuff on both sides, to
I think once we decide on the 2 types of punishment we're going to talk about, you could just help gather information on both sides.
Okay. And I have the Cooper book too, so I could post that, or I have the, the code of ethics printed out, I could post that.
Yeah.
Too.
I can post tonight too, so either way.
And if you guys can just get the like copies of those other outlines as examples, it would be cool just to at least have something to look at.
Yeah.
Do you guys
I
want
will.
to just post it on the discussion board?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been checking the discussion board pretty much every day.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But the Google Doc is nice because it's going to be more dynamic and we can kind of build our outline on there.
Right.
And then one of us, I mean, we can just kind of take what we have on the Google Doc and build, and one of us can do the outline.
Okay.
By the time we're done with the Google Doc, it won't be a lot of work to just kind of synthesize it.
Right.
Yeah, I think so too. And then just submit it or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, I guess if anybody has anything else, just post it on Blackboard or.
Sounds
And
good.
who is going to start the Google Doc? Do we have someone for that?
I will, because I already have everybody's.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Although I don't have. Hold on, because I have everybody's emails written out. Sorry, hold on. I think Amanda, did you? No. Who was the last person that joined? Was that Amanda?
Mhm.
I don't think I have I had Sarah read it to me. I don't have yours. But Sarah, do you have?
I have it. I can send it to you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Maybe maybe Sarah, could you just post maybe everybody's email in Blackboard too? So we all have it?
Yeah, we did. That's how I got them all.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was the only one I could.
All right, you guys are breaking up. What that?
Your Gmail or whatever account, can you post it on Blackboard? Because that was the only one I couldn't find.
Yeah, I can post it or
Oh no, here it is. I found it. Sorry, never mind. I found it.
do you want, you got it?
Yeah,
can
I
tell
do
it to
because
you
it's
now,
under
too.
our conversation in Google Hangout. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Alrighty. So
All right. Well.
do the outline and talk on Thursday.
Yep.
If
That
not,
sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.